That voice is the voice of Dr. Akanni Salako, who is a leading wellness expert, founder and head wellness coach of the Wellness Lab. This is a pioneering organization dedicated to helping women elevate their health and quality of life. So I do say I'm getting a lot of people DMing me, a lot of women who are DMing me on Instagram, but I need you to call up right now. This man has some very important advice for you around health and wellness. I'm going to open up the phone lines. If you are a woman, 888-742-3345. It's a great time to ask questions. If you go to his office, it costs you. If you ask him here, it's free. All right, Doc, how you doing, man?
What's going on? I'm good. How are y'all?
We're great. Good to see you.
Yes,
How's your
Happy New
family?
Year.
We doing well. It's crunch time. My wife is we're at the ending part of this pregnancy. So I think next week the baby coming.
The baby coming. What kind of provisions health-wise has your wife had to adjust to being pregnant, especially in the third trimester?
Yeah, so for her, our first two pregnancies, in the most recent one, she was preeclamptic in the last one.
Okay.
So we really have to watch her blood pressure as we've been going through this, and she's very surgical with everything. She's doing the beet juice. She's trying to get her steps in. So we really just had to be mindful of her movement and the foods that she's consuming, especially as we get towards the end.
How does it affect her iron levels?
Yeah. So funny enough, she takes a iron supplement every single day. She was trying to get me to take one. I'm like, that's not something you just take just to be taken. So she has to take an iron supplement every day, and she really has to make sure she's getting enough leafy greens and lean protein to help supplement that.
I ask you that because as a man, and I know a lot of men are in the room right now, and I've throughout my life have heard sisters, relatives, cousins, women I've dated. Iron has always been a challenge for women in particular, more so than men. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Part of it is, if you think about it, their menstrual cycle. Okay. Every month they're going through a period where they're bleeding and their iron levels are coming down. So if they're not mindful of increasing their leafy greens, increasing their whole grains, getting more protein, and a lot of women typically consume less protein significantly more than men. So those things can lead to iron deficiency.
Okay. All right. That's good information because I started hearing about that in junior high. Yeah. I didn't understand what that meant and why it happened. People becoming anemic. I didn't know what that meant, Tracy. And it just it kind of kept, made me a little standoffish too when people talked about it.
You prove my point all the time, but we'll talk about another day. Thank you, Sway.
Does that mean? I didn't understand.
Standoffish.
Now you know.
Now I know,
now
right?
You know.
Okay, so Heather, you've been following him for quite some time.
Yes, I've been following Dr. Salako for quite some time, and I call you the master of women's health and hustle.
Yeah,
that's my name for you because I think you hit the mark when you look at women in our schedules, whether you're a working mom, a mom in general, and just trying to maintain a wife, family, and work, all the things. And at the same time, we have to constantly worry about our health. And sometimes we don't always make the right choices. And for me, I just thought this was a beautiful opportunity for women in particular who listen to this show that are age 30 and over, who are working, who are hustling, who trying to maintain health. What is realistic? I said before the year was out, I'm joining your program the first day that you come back here, so I'm officially joining today, Citizens of Sway in the Morning.
Wait, what's the program? What are you joining?
Well, he has to, from what I understand by following Dr. Salako, he designs a program for you. He consults with you. And finds the thing that will work specifically for you. Not every body type, and I think this is something that's not discussed a lot because we watch so much television that we just feel like, join this program today and lose 18 pounds in 40 days. And then you join the program and you're like, well, what happened? Everybody's different. Yeah. We don't all eat the same things. We don't all like the same things. But what I do notice with you that you do consistently, and I brought it here today because I wanted to have you explain this. So this is a mixture of spring water, lemon juice, and sea salt. Yeah. Now, for someone who's constantly watching my blood pressure, as you mentioned with blood pressure, I don't understand why sea salt is necessary in this. And I want to give you the opportunity to explain why this is something that we should have first thing in the morning because I did cut out the coffee.
I love it. I love it. So one of the biggest things I always say is have your water and hydrate before you have any type of coffee in the morning. Because if we're looking at your cortisol levels are typically higher in the morning. And cortisol is your stress hormone. But it's natural for your cortisol levels to be high in the morning because it helps you wake up. Now, if we are consistently having coffee, what does coffee do? It's a stimulant. It's going to increase your cortisol levels. So this is why you have people later in the day, they're wired, but they're tired. Like they want to get to bed, but they can't because they've had their higher cortisol levels throughout the day. Now, in relation to the drink specifically, why sea salt is in there? When I was in school, one of the things our teachers told us was where sodium goes, water follows. The purpose of you having that is to help with digestion and to help you hydrate in the morning. So if we're having a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt or sea salt in general in there, it adds the electrolytes to allow your body to hydrate a little better in the morning.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
I was like, he trying to raise my blood pressure.
The cortisol levels, you said typically spike in the morning?
So your cortisol levels are typically higher in the morning, but that is natural because it helps us wake up. Cortisol becomes an issue if you have a high stress job, but you do nothing to manage your cortisol levels. You do nothing to manage your stress. You're under eating throughout the day. You don't exercise. Those are other things that can increase your cortisol levels if you're not mindful. But having higher cortisol levels in the morning is perfectly normal.
Okay, Dr. Salako is here. I'm going to open up the phone lines, 888-742-3345. With that said, is it better to take a hot shower at night or in the morning in relation to your cortisol levels?
Yeah. I would say it depends on the person because what you do during the day is dictating how your response is later in the evening. If during the day I've exercised, I've ate pretty consistent, I'm good at nighttime. My cortisol, I'm regulated, I'm good. So whether I take a shower at night or in the morning, I'm perfectly fine. Versus if I'm someone who I've had a day and I feel stressed, I feel anxious. Having a shower at nighttime would be great because it's going to help you unwind and kind of relax and reset before you go to bed, helping you to reduce your levels. So it really depends on what happened prior to that moment that's going to dictate the best course of action.
Okay.
We're going to go to the phone lines, right, Heather? We want
women who are 30 years of age.
Do they have to be 30? Or
well, I've been following him, and so I just kind of feel like the market was women who just skewed to be like, I didn't see a lot of 20-year-olds as well. I'm not excluding anybody.
Okay,
but that's
just women. Okay.
Yeah, just women is fine.
Women is fine. Okay, so women, if you have some direct questions, right?
Absolutely, about balance between work and health. He is the master of getting us balanced on that.
All right, 888-742-3345. What up, Nas? A beautiful song.
It is.
One of the most beautiful songs I've...
And a nice title, Bouquet. It's
Bouquet,
pretty.
man. That's beautiful. Nas, you did that, brother. Who? Wait, who was that?
Heather
Who you
B.
say? Wait, Nas, I can't hear you.
my
Say it
gosh,
again,
I'm so
Nas.
goofy.
Yeah.
Thanks for the shout out, Nas.
One more
Truly
time.
appreciate it.
One
And
more time.
Premier. That's dope.
Heather B. Heather B. Heather
Okay.
B.
Dang, Heather.
It's
All
Women
right.
Women Win Wednesday.
Woo
Woo, woo,
woo.
woo. All right, we got Dr. Akanni Salako is here, a wellness expert, founder and head wellness coach at the Wellness Lab. Heather B is officially
A client. And what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it this way, Dr. Salako and I spoke, I wanted this to be visual for the citizens. I wanted them to actually be able to see the results. He will be here once a month for Women to Women Wednesday, helping us out and answering the questions. But I also wanted to show you guys that it works.
It's
you
real.
know, and it's real, and you can have real food and do the real work and watch the results from it live on Sway in the Morning.
Absolutely. Now, if you're not able to call in right now, he does have social. Can you tell him your Instagram?
Yes. So my Instagram is at dr.salako. It's dr.salako.
One more time.
dr.salako. And just DM me the word coach and we can start a conversation.
There it is, Coach. And so, women, if you want to call up, 888-742-3345. Kat is on the line from Arizona. Kat, welcome.
Kat, what's up? Happy Women to Women Wednesday.
Whoa.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I had a question. So I was recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and the fatty liver. I know that you're supposed to, I need to change my eating habits and start working out more, which I've tried, but I'm more concerned about the liver, and I'm wondering what I can do to help strengthen that and kind of if I could reverse the fatty liver, because I'm feeling it. They have me on like metformin to try to manage the diabetes, and I don't think it's really working. It just makes, I feel really sluggish and just blah. So I was looking for advice on that.
Yes. So a couple things that I want you to focus on. The first is going to be making sure you're getting more fiber into your diet. And please know with type 2 diabetes, it is reversible, but we have to aggressively address your habits. So take inventory on what are the types of carbs that you are consuming. If we're starting our day with high amounts of carbs, we need to implement more fiber and more protein into your diet. To address your fatty liver, watch the types of fats that you're consuming. So we want to start getting more of our omega-3 and our healthier fats. So like your salmon, your avocado, your walnuts, all of those things will address both. It will help with your energy levels. It'll help with the fatty liver, and it's also going to help with the diabetes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's all I was really concerned about. Because have you heard of that dose for your liver? I don't know if that's even good, but I was considering trying that, but I don't know. Like milk thistle and different things. It's like different supplements. I don't know if there's really any supplements that will help.
So before going into supplementation, because sometimes supplements can counteract with the medication that you're taking. So any type of supplements that you're thinking of, I'd first run it by your doctor just to make sure that it's not going to counteract, because that's another problem that we don't want to go into.
Right. Okay, cool.
Hey, Kat, are you on Instagram?
Yes, I am.
Please follow this man, Dr.Salako, and put coach on the message.
I will do
you
that.
Can have these you can have these conversations off air continuously with this man.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
And to give you just some reassurance, one of our clients, it's funny enough, she called in the last time we were here. In 3 months, she was pre-diabetic when she started, and in 3 months we were able to take her from pre-diabetes to no longer being pre-diabetic. So I want to give you some encouragement on the fact that it is possible, but again, you have to be aggressive in making lifestyle changes.
You got it, Kat. You already know it. This your year,
so
Kat. Let's go. All right.
You're
Super
welcome.
Citizen.
It's Sway in the morning. That's why he's here.
That's why he's here. Sher is on the line from Palm Springs.
Hey, Sher.
Hey, Sher.
What up,
Sher?
Sher?
Or is it Sher? Is it Cherie or Sher?
Good morning. No, Sher, like singer, but no copyright.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
First
First time caller, Torch.
Torch.
Oh, wow. Let's give it to her. What, Torch? Hold on. Welcome to the Wellness Lab. All right.
So
go ahead. Absolutely.
So my question is, I'm 42 years old, African American queen, and I am adopted, so I don't know my family history. I recently spoke to my brother, and he told me that he found out that our family has high blood pressure. And I just wanted to, before, I went to the doctor, no disrespect to doctors of not our color, but for me, it's kind of hard to go to a doctor and feel like they just want to give pills. And I just want to know what's a good recommendation to, when I do go to the doctor, what's the questions I should be asking? Because there's not a lot of doctors of our color in our area. And I'm definitely going to follow you. So I did get your Instagram. And so I just want to make sure, if you can help me, when I do go to the doctor of not my color, no disrespect, like I said, what can I be asking? Because I don't want to keep taking pills for the rest of my life, high blood pressure, because I know it's a big thing in our community or in our culture.
Okay. Perfect. So first, I want to clarify, do you currently have high blood pressure?
Yes.
Okay.
Only reason why I know that really quick is when I work in the healthcare field. So when we do our physical at our job, or when I do go to the doctor, it's high, but I get a little anxious, and they say that's kind of normal. But is it really? So go ahead. I want to interrupt.
Okay. So oftentimes there's something called like white coat syndrome.
They told me I had that, but I didn't believe it.
What is it?
So white coat syndrome, where when you go to the doctor's office, you're really anxious and then your blood pressure rises. And then when they take your blood pressure, you have higher blood pressure at the doctor's office versus when you have it at home. So what I would recommend for you, especially because you're in the healthcare field, take your blood pressure every single day before you go to the doctor. So do it for a week. That way, when you go to your doctor, you can show them, hey, I've taken my blood pressure at this time after doing this, and this is what it's trending to be. That way they have some background information, and we're not just using the numbers while you're with them. So that will help in making determination of which route we want to go. The second thing, we have to figure out your history when it comes to your family. But I'm a big advocate in just because it runs in the family doesn't necessarily mean it has to run through you. So we have to look at your current habits. What are the things that are leading to my blood pressure? Am I exercising? Am I eating healthy? Healthy in relative terms in relation to the things that you like. So if we look at some of your lifestyle habits, are those things leading to the high blood pressure? Because there's plenty of people who have I have high blood pressure that runs in my family, but my blood pressure is perfectly normal. So yours can be as well, but we just need to take a look at your lifestyle habits too.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Again, I will follow you and continue my journey with you. I'm excited. Sway, I've been following you since MTV, so keep on going, brother. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Love your voice, Cher.
Hey.
Yeah, she had a nice voice.
Hey, Sher, you want me to do an MTV News report for you?
Do it, Sway. Do it, please,
You want me to?
man.
You want me to?
Do it for everybody, man. Do it for everybody.
What up, world? Go ahead. Go get go.
What was my thing? What was my thing?
What up, world?
That was my thing?
It's Sway.
Okay, here we go. What's up, world? This is Sway with your MTV News.
You play too much.
That's the important part, Coach. Okay, so listen.
Thank you.
Okay.
I might have to come back to the news cycle, man. I feel like we're going to have to do something.
There's a lot of work
2026
there.
and beyond. It's a lot of work that could be done, all right? And Mike, I heard you say I was rusty. I didn't appreciate that. Okay,
I didn't say that at
Mike
all,
didn't
man.
say that.
I didn't say that at all, man.
That was Harlem.
I was excited for that.
Hey, I want the best for my brother, man.
Oh, man, that's bad. All right, Cher, thank you. You're a beautiful voice. You have a beautiful voice, and I can tell you're a beautiful spirit. You're a super citizen.
That's Sway in the morning.
All right.
Dr. Salako, I have a question because I know a lot of women will be calling in about blood pressure. It's an issue that we all have dealt with or deal with, and I've been diagnosed with white coat syndrome as well. I didn't know what that was until Sway and I had to go to the dentist, and they would not even operate on me because she was like, if this is your real blood pressure every day, you'd be dead. But I was just so nervous and anxious before that. But I also realized that you spoke about seasonings one time when you and I were having a private conversation. And what is it about seasonings that people have such a hard time reading? I think when they see sodium 125 milligrams, they think that's for the whole jar, but they don't realize that when you see 125 milligrams of sodium, that's usually for a quarter of a teaspoon.
Yes.
It's not for the entire. So when you're using whatever your favorite sodium thing is, that's 125 probably times 50.
So it's per teaspoon.
No, quarter teaspoons. It's never by.
Oh my gosh.
1/4 of sodium, 125 milligrams for 1/4 of a teaspoon.
They're killing us.
Yeah.
We killing ourselves because we're not reading them correctly. And I think that's something else we should start doing in terms of health decisions, the labels.
Yes. Looking at your nutrition labels is one thing that can save you from a lot of problems later down the line. If we look at something as simple as oodles and noodles, everybody grew up eating noodles. And if we look at it, that one thing is actually 2 servings. So if you look at the sodium packet, it says typically it's anywhere from 500 to 1,000. But that's supposed to be 2 servings. So you're having that, and if you double it, that one thing of oodles and noodles is roughly 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams of sodium. So looking at our nutrition labels, like we have to start looking at our nutrition labels, especially if I'm someone who has high blood pressure. I'm not eating nothing without looking at the nutrition label when I first start out. Because our seasonings, it's per serving. if you cook anything like me, I'm not sitting here measuring out a little teaspoon. I'm just dumping until I feel like it's going to taste exactly. Yeah. So we really need to pay attention with that and other things like if you like lunch meat is typically higher in sodium. So you got to get low sodium alternatives. Sodium is in a lot of things. We just don't realize it. So we need to start looking at our nutrition labels a little deeper.
Bologna and stuff like that? That's even packaged bologna?
Lunchables.
Even your fresh lunch meat that you go to the deli and you want to get honey roasted turkey. Typically has a decent amount of sodium. So if you're going to get one, go for the low sodium honey roasted turkey if you have blood pressure related issues.
All right. And so all those boxed, cupped noodles are just high sodium disasters.
So basically what he's saying, a regular turkey and cheese sandwich. So there's cheese and the sodium in the cheese, sodium in the turkey, sodium in the pickles. Then you add salt and pepper. And then you got
grease.
And there you go. You probably have, sauces. Then you have about 1,500 grams of sodium, milligrams of sodium, right, just in one sandwich at noon.
And they got the nerve to get Starbucks in the morning and all these other sweets and other things that have sodium in it as well. And it just compounds on each other until you go to the doctor. You're like, oh, but I've been watching my diet. Yes, you're watching the things that you're eating, but we're not necessarily looking at the little details as well.
Damn, Starbucks in the morning is not a good idea.
Doc, them noodles was 10 for $1 back in college. Okay. We was living.
Wait, hold on, Mike. Let Tracy go first, and then
you see, I'm setting you up, Mike. You see me.
I'm setting you up, Mike.
At Starbucks, my finger went up. Starbucks, my finger went up.
This is a studio full of Starbucks.
I felt attacked.
Dr. Salako, actually, when we had our citizen Sher call up and she was mentioning pills, it reminded me that it was announced this week that Wegovy is now in pill form, a very popular GLP-1 weight loss drug that initially was an injectable. And so now when it's a tablet, access, of course, is expanding, but public opinion is expanding with it. And so although these medications were initially prescribed by drugs, I think Wegovy is now going to be over the counter if I'm correct. But either way, it was initially used to improve people's health, and still there is so much side eye around using them, of folks judging it as you trying to find a shortcut, right? You trying to just take the easy way into losing weight and to shaping your health. In your personal professional opinion, how does a woman know when this is a smart choice versus not the right fit?
I think the biggest thing is looking at, before we get there, have you given it a fair chance? Have you tried exercising consistently? And when I mean consistently, going to the gym for 2 weeks at a time and saying this thing isn't working is not consistency. I mean 2 to 3 months of showing up to the gym, being intentional with the foods that you're eating. If those things are happening and we're still struggling, yes, it may be a good route to add that into it, but you still have to go to the gym. You still have to be mindful with your food. I think that is the thing where people will get on Wegovy or these other medications, and that is it. They don't do any exercise. They're not making any adjustments to their identity. Unless you plan to be on it forever, you have to make changes to your lifestyle. Otherwise, the thing is going to work, and as soon as you get off all of the weight, everything is coming back, and the cycle will continue.
Wow, man. We got Dr. Akanni Salako is here. You can follow him at dr.salako. Get this advice. Okay, he flew into town for this. Lorna getting advice. She calling from Nebraska.
Wow.
You could have pulled up. I'm in Nebraska.
You in Nebraska, right? So, okay, Lorna. There you go.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
My question, thank you. My question is, they tell me that my platelets are high. And what does that mean?
Yeah. So it means your body is producing a lot of red blood cells. And it also, depending on how high, it could be in relation to, there could be any type of infection as well. So what I want you to do is the same exact thing that you asked me, I want you to go back to your doctor. A lot of times our doctors will come back and give us all of these lab values. They give us these numbers, but they don't explain. If you have a question, you paying these people, annoy them. Do not let them out the room until you understand. Simply tell them, hey, I have this thing. I do not understand what this means in relation to my health, because they're going to know the full scope and the full picture of everything that is going on. Because in some cases you may have a high number, but it's nothing to be concerned about. So have the conversation with your doctor, sit them down or message them or whatever and say, I do not understand this. Can you explain it to me? And if they explain it to you and you still don't understand, tell them that, hey, I still do not understand. Can you explain it to me? If they do not want to explain it to you, get somebody else and say, can you have your nurse come in, or can you have someone else explain this to me, or can you put it in my chart that I do not understand? Because they're going to come down later down the line to put you on medication, but you cannot put me on something without explaining the why I need to take it in the first place.
And what does extra red blood cells, abundance of extra red blood cells, how does that impact a person?
Yeah, so it depends on how each person's body is regulating things. For some people, it can be perfectly fine. For others, it can lead to extra fatigue because your body's having trouble navigating through. Your blood cells are having trouble navigating through. For some people, it can lead to high blood pressure. So it really just depends on each person.
Okay. Lorna, I would suggest you follow this man at Dr. Salako, Dr.Salako, and put in coach. Let them know you heard him on our show.
Yeah.
And continue this conversation with them. All right? Because now you got a backup to your doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You a super citizen.
That's Sway in the morning.
Mike Muse and Dr. Salako have a lot in common, except Dr. Salako does not drink Starbucks in the morning.
I do not. Sometimes, but it's not the first thing I have in the morning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well,
first of all, I want to say,
attacked.
what up, Newt?
What's up, Newt? How are you?
And happy belated Founders Day. Happy belated Founders Day to all the Newts. Happy J5, everybody. I knew I liked when I walked into the room. I said, that's a Newt right there.
Listen.
We see each other.
I saw you immediately. I was like, that's a man of achievement, of excellence. I was like, oh,
wow.
That's a member of Cap Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. So enjoy.
Doctor's over here. Tell me about it. Talk that talk.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. I love the advice that you're doing, man. You're really representing fraternity really, really well. Two things I want to say. One's a little fun comment, but then one is actually a question. The fun comment is about Starbucks. I actually like how you do talk about Starbucks. I'm a big proponent of Starbucks, as everyone knows. I have my iced coffee espresso right here. But I think what happens is people actually get those coffee beverages. Like when you drink them, you're drinking almost like 1,000 calories of like sugar and milk and caramel and swirls and whipped cream, and you're not even drinking coffee at that point. And so I was just wondering if you could talk about maybe helping people to like reduce that, so then you can just, I drink black coffee, right? That may be strong for some people, but I went through a process. I used to drink tons of coffee with sugar and milk, and then I slowly started cutting it out. So maybe you can talk about that, how to make smart choices at Starbucks, and how you can still enjoy coffee with 0 calories, and you can enjoy it like throughout the day. Then the second thing I want to ask you about is, how can you help people build community and to look at going to the gym as part of a lifestyle and a thing that you do, not just to lose weight? And the reason why I say that, if I'm allowed to kind of get into a little bit of a social construct, I live in a certain neighborhood, and it's really interesting that, and Sway, you can, I'm sure, can attest to this too as well. Like on the weekends, everyone is in the athletic leisure, right? It's just like fitness is a part of just the weekend activity. It's like when I get up, I wear athletic shorts, a hoodie, and but it's also too because the neighborhood is wearing like athletic shorts, athletic slacks, joggers, hoodies. Everyone's walking. I see people walking in groups. In neighborhoods, they have their coffee, but they're walking, they're running, they're going to the gym, coming from the gym. I find it interesting from a social construct, how it's such a part of just the daily routine. How do we get there? I know that's a big question, but how do we begin to start having that conversation?
I'll address the second question first. So I think your environment dictates a lot of our actions, especially when it comes to health. Look at your people who, I hear it all the time, my family's like this. I grew up like this. Just because we are around it doesn't necessarily mean we have to dive into the ideals and move the same way. The same way we go on our phones and look up food near me, or we look up what is the parties happening near me. We can look up what is a run club that's happening near me. Silver sneakers at a lot of the YMCAs. What are these movement and these activities that are happening near me, and get involved and get active in those type of communities. Because being around it, it's one thing to show up to a run club and you behind. You the last person every single time. After a while, that grit is going to come out of you of, okay, let me start being intentional outside of just the run club so I can improve my health. So I think that's the first thing, of immersing yourself into those environments to help you want to make those changes. To your first question regarding the Starbucks, a lot of it, whenever someone joins our program, the first thing we do is a 7-day reset. Why we do the 7-day reset, I need you to get an understanding of what the other side feels like. Because if you've been drinking coffee every single day, we drink a bunch of sugar every single day, you don't know what not being on that feels like.
Yeah.
So in the first 7 days, we do a dramatic reset, because I need you to feel what it feels like to not have a bunch of sugar in your system every day, to not start your day with coffee. Yes, you may have some headaches. Yes, you may have a little bit of withdrawal. But by that 8th day, now you're able to make a decision because you're clear. Do I want to continue having this bunch of coffee? I bet you after 7 days where you cut out your coffee, you cut out all the sugar, that 8th day, once you put it back in, you get to feel the difference now. And you can make that decision of, I don't like how I feel when I was drinking that way. Let me reduce, or let me now start to go find alternatives. It's hard to do that if you don't know what the other side feels like.
That's
Mike,
good.
Look at Mike's face.
Yo, I mean,
Snoop got at you, huh?
No, that's it. no, he supported it. 'Cause but I used to be that, so that's why I drink the iced black coffee. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep drinking like 2,000 calories per day, just giving away to a beverage. I'd rather use that on good food. But that's how I used to be with Coke. Nope. I used to have, and Heather B knows this, and Sway, you know this too. I used to have a
Thought
really
you was
bad.
sniffing, Mike.
No,
Clarify.
sorry.
Booger sugar? Are we talking booger sugar?
That disco sugar.
Yeah. I used to have a really bad addiction to Diet Coke, and then so one day, and Heather B knows this, I used to drink Diet Coke all day, and something said, this can't be healthy, and I was like, I gotta stop this, and so I just started drinking like Club Soda and sparkling water. But once I noticed that, when I go back to drink a Coke now, it's so sweet. I am appalled by it. Like, I almost spit it out immediately. I'm like, how did I drink this? And it's to your point. Once you remove it, then you go back and start drinking it. And you're like, how did I do this? Yeah.
Yes.
And for more clarity, Doc, the coffee is more so not having it first thing in the morning since it dehydrates you, right? Because I've seen studies that coffee beans contribute to human longevity.
Yeah, so coffee can, number one, yes, it can dehydrate you in the morning. But number two, if we look at simply your gut health, think about it. You have an empty stomach, and the first thing that you pour in there is coffee. You don't got no water. You don't have nothing to help with your gut lining. You don't have anything to support your microbiome in your gut. We just giving it coffee. So if we're looking at specifically someone that's trying to lose weight, the worst thing you can do is have coffee. Before giving yourself some fibers, some probiotics, some prebiotics, something to help with digestion before we take the sugar bomb. Because most of us are going to put the creamers and all of this stuff in there.
Facts.
Right, man. Yo,
Thank
this
you.
was great.
It
man.
is.
This is so good, man. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
This is great.
This is
Appreciate
great.
y'all.
This is happening every month.
Every
It's
month.
our resident doctor now.
Every month, and I've officially joined today. But thank you, Doc, too, for your honesty. I think sometimes you don't want to deal with what it is, but to be real with you and the citizens, my issue is time management. I don't have an issue with the food. I know what to cook. I know what to eat. This morning, it's always grilled turkey breast, egg whites, spinach, yogurt, blueberries. Like, I can figure out the food. It's not putting in the time for the exercise. It's, I have to make the adjustment and the commitment to that to get myself regulated, because it can get tricky. People don't know if it's the salt, if it's the sugar, but if you get up and put that work in and have that movement like you spoke about, you help to combat some of the things that could lead to high blood pressure or diabetes.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for you, Billy.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Trace,
Same
the
here.
whole sex level is about to go crazy. I'm out here. Hey, horse, Uchi Wally.
Part 2 covers
What, you
It went
talked
left.
about robots and smashing?
humanoids.
Humanoids?
It just went left.
Oh, just sorry, Doc. You wasn't.
Doc, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
okay,
It's
sorry.
It's okay. I've heard it all.
You think
got
that's
a baby
unhealthy?
covered.
You think that's unhealthy?
That's out of my
Mental
scope.
health has a lot to do with this too. This guy drives me crazy.
You think humanoid sex is
That is out of the scope of my practice.
Don't answer, Newt. Don't answer, Newt. Don't answer, Newt. Don't answer. Since you're coming every month, Sway would do this to you. Just back out.
Yeah, just get ready. Just be ready for it. The more you talk to him, he got jokes, bro.
Hilarious.
Just look up at me and I'll give you a look. I'm like, don't do it, bro.
Took Mike a couple of years to get it.
Mike didn't understand.
I was confused. I was answering everything.
If I could say something in what you said in relation to time, I tell everyone, just give yourself a fighting chance when it comes to improving your health. Whether that is 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Yes, you'll get a more benefit out of let's say a cardio workout by doing it for longer duration, because in the beginning your body's attacking carbs. Over time, your body starts to work on burning its internal fat. So yes, there are benefits to longer exercise, but I'd rather you do 5 minutes than do nothing. Because over time, it will compound. At the end of a week, if I can clock in 90 to 120 minutes of something, that's better than doing 2 minutes of nothing the entire week. So if we look long term, it's doing more for you by doing it in short bouts versus doing absolutely nothing. Because absolutely nothing is where we are right now. But doing a little more, your body's going to be like, okay. And then you'll start to want it. Part of it is just building the habit in the beginning.
Want it. And just to clarify something we kicked off in the beginning before you go. So if you are dealing with issues with high blood pressure, you should remove the sea salt or the pink Himalayan salt from the warm water and the lemon. Just the warm water and the lemon is fine. But if you have blood pressure issues, remove the salt.
Yes.
Just to keep your blood pressure at a decent level, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I would aggressively address your sodium intake if you have high blood pressure. So I would omit that from the beginning, and I would aggressively address your sodium intake to help with your blood pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Salako.
Dr. Salako, Dr. Akanni Salako. Congratulations. Send my love to your wife. Send our love to your wife. She was here last time.
Yeah.
Tell her we said what's up and Happy New Year's. Congratulations to you. You do an excellent job.
For real.
Great addition to the team. We appreciate you. Citizens, follow him at Dr. Salako. That's Dr. Salako.